it going. And so I was surprised. Like 3 hours flew by, and then 4 hours flew by. It was like, wow, that was like really fast.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate the individuals coming and helping the time go by.
Yeah.
What about you? How frequently were you scheduled?
Way too much. But we just went live because we were having some problems on this end. So for the people that are watching our feed, this is Jerrel Gilliam from Light of Life Mission in Pittsburgh. And Jerrel, what was the temperature there again? 8 degrees?
It is. The last thing I checked, it was 9 degrees.
Yeah.
But the temperatures are falling, so it might be a little bit below that now.
So
But I'm in kind of an enclosed area. I'm outside on the bench, but they have some heaters around, so they're trying to heat it up.
yeah.
But I can show you my water bottle.
Oh my goodness.
Now is ice.
So Jerrel, like I said, I don't know what the temperature is here. It's hovering above freezing, I think. People in Seattle think that's cold. So, yeah. So,
The Northeast.
yeah, I know. So, tell me about homelessness in Pittsburgh. What are you guys seeing there as the main concerns and issues?
Well, traditionally, the percentage of those experiencing homelessness in Pittsburgh has been below the national average for our size city, and so we've just kind of always enjoyed having this smaller number, very manageable. We have a lot of services that are out in the area. Um, what happened around the pandemic and a little bit after was that some of the people who are leading on kind of our DHS side began wanting to adopt policies from other cities when it came to helping those who are experiencing homelessness. And so when they did that, these ideas of housing first started coming in, and low barrier or no barrier shelters. And so that has introduced a whole nother element that wasn't here before. And frankly, it's been some negative impact as a result of bringing in that ideology. So we've been wanting to stay good partners with everyone. We want to be part of the continuum here. But at the same time, we also know that people don't just succeed by putting them in a house. Maybe, I think at Citygate we say maybe 25% of those who are experiencing homelessness, that could be an appropriate right next step.
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of people need some type of wraparound services to help them be successful. We had one of our conversationalists was a former addict and a person homeless, and he shared as part of his story how that didn't work for him. Somebody put him in a hotel and as a part of their city initiative, and he really regressed in that situation.
Right.
So anyway, that's kind of the challenge right now, is having this public dialogue where we can really talk about and get on the same page as what is the best strategy for moving forward.
Yeah, it's really hard. I was talking to somebody earlier that said really the issues that we have, this crisis that we're in, is a result of policies. When you have one person who's homeless, you might be able to say that it's all because of their individual bad choices. But with the level of homelessness that we have today, it can't be anything else but policy. There's individual choice, but it's a policy issue, and that we have to change, and we have to have those wraparound services and treat the whole person and walk in relationship. That's what I'm hearing over and over again on my bench. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, in Seattle, we're number 3 in the nation for homelessness, behind L.A. and San Francisco. If you look at the number, like if you compare it to per capita, we would be
Yeah.
number 1. So it
Wow.
is it is a bad situation. Discovery Institute recently put out a report that showed that if nothing changes in the country with homelessness, we will double in the next 3 to 5 years in our nation.
Wow.
But
Wow.
in
Yeah.
in Seattle, it'll happen in less than 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things have to change here, and it's
Yes.
it's all wrapped up with fentanyl crisis is just unreal here. So,
Yeah. I seem to remember when I visited there that one of the contributing factors had to do with defunding some of the mental health
mhm.
services. Is that still one of the key things that are going on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
A lot of it is that we want to let people have the freedom to live wherever they want, but
Yeah.
that's a public health crisis. That's a problem.
Yes.
We can't have people camping in tents on the streets and so on. So,
Right.
you've got to find that media, that line. And I think most people really do want to get off the street.
Right.
And we don't have enough beds. We do not
Yes.
have enough emergency beds. So I'm hearing
Yeah.
the same thing over and over with everybody on the bench.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one of the questions, Mr. Rogers was from Pittsburgh,
Oh yeah.
and he talks about having neighbors, being good neighbors. And so,
Mhm.
one of the questions I ask each of our conversationalists about is what would that community look like
Mm.
if we were truly good neighbors? What would it look like if there was a place where everyone felt wanted, valued, loved, and had a safe, secure place to live? And and what are some things we need to do to get there? And it's been great hearing the optimism that's out there by a lot of people that want to see a better response than what we have now. And I'm sure the same desires are there in Seattle.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what I'm hearing over and over. We have a new program here in Seattle that I'm really excited about, and I think that they're sharing it with a lot of other cities. And
Okay.
the mayor stood up what they call the CARES team, and the there's a woman here in charge of the 911 system, and this CARES team goes out on calls with the police or for the police for things that maybe are not about law enforcement so much. And they've been wildly successful here. And she's
Okay.
just been made chief. So we have a chief of police, a chief of fire, and and chief of cares. And so it's
Oh.
three equal departments, and it's really neat to hear her talk about how it's all about relationship, and we have to care for the individual and so on. So um,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that model continues to go forward, and it sounds like that's something that could be duplicated in other places.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. It seems to be getting some real traction here. So anyway,
Good,
well,
good.
anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that one of the things that we've been trying to emphasize as well is how what we're doing is not about trying to duplicate being homeless or being on the street.
Right.
Um, we're just having conversations on a bench, and it's nothing like the person who's dealing with the trauma and the stress of not knowing where they're going to be the next day. And the value of what we're doing is really just about conversation and hoping that we're inspiring some ideas for hope for the future. And I know that you agree with the same thing out there.
I totally do. I am so excited that at 1 o'clock tomorrow, I can go home and sleep for 3 days in a warm bed. And it
Yes.
will take 3 days to get bed.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm blessed to have that bed that I can go back
Yeah.
to. And I know I'm safe there. I had one guy on the bench who was talking about trying to keep his stuff safe when he slept, and keeping his wallet close and all that. And I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are so blessed in this
We
country
are.
if we have a home and a vehicle and a job and food to eat,
Yeah.
meal. And we just want to highlight the fact that some people in our country don't have that.
Yes.
What are we going to do about it? Because we're a first world country. We shouldn't have these problems.
We shouldn't. And
Yeah.
so thank you. Well, thank you for all the work you do. I enjoyed our working together when we were in the same district. And now you're across the country here, but we're still doing the same work. So we're still connected. Right. And just thank you for your leadership within your area and in Citygate. And man, let's keep this dialogue going.
You too, Jerrel. Thanks for what you're doing too. And say hi to your team for me. There's some really special people on your team.